All right, hey everybody, this is Josh Shanley. I am here with Aaron Wittenstein, who is a real estate agent in Chicago. He is one of our coaching clients and a member with Reticulous, and wanted to do a quick interview with him because he's seeing some pretty tremendous results from a Facebook fan page that he set up. Aaron, how long ago?
I've probably had a Facebook fan page up and running for, I want to say 2 to 3 years, but I've started seeing much results since I've been changing the format over the last 60 days.
Okay, so this is the one that you've had for a while, but you
Yes.
changed your strategy with it over the last 60 days or so.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So what you see right now is the welcome tab, because I had liked Aaron's page, but then I unliked it so you could see this. Now, this is cool, but at the end of this month, this is March 2012, at the end of this month, the welcome tabs are going to they're going to go away for on some degree, because Facebook is switching everything over to timelines, which will be a topic of another training very, very soon. But just so you can see how he's currently got it, there's a little tease here to like the page, and then when you like it, you can then search foreclosures. But that's not what's working for you, right? I mean, what's really working for you is taking consistent action, simple, consistent action each and every day. So why don't you tell everybody what you've been doing with the site for the last 60 days or so?
It's been extremely simplistic. All I do once a day from either HUD or Fannie Mae, I'll post a foreclosure of the day, brief information of it, exactly what the foreclosure of the day. For example, today is March 13th, 2012.
So you already posted today's.
I already posted today. I'll do random times throughout the day. I'm still trying to figure out what works best, and I'll just put bedrooms, bathrooms, price, and I'll do that once a day on my fan page, and then once a week on my regular page. And I've been sending out an email to my database, past leads, once a week, and I've been getting really, really good results.
Great. So can you quantify that? What can you tell the folks, like some of the results that you've seen?
I've been doing it for probably less than 60 days. I have a closing on Wednesday. I worked with 3 buyers over the weekend, all from the Facebook page. One person I went to high school with, another person I went to middle school with, my cousin, a referral of a girl that I went to Hebrew school with, and I've got a listing coming. So it's been working very, very well, surprisingly well.
Okay, so that and all of that is basically in the last 60 days since you changed the strategy to this very simple plan here.
Yes.
Great.
And I've got umpteen more leads on top of that as well. So.
Okay, cool. Now, these 506 fans, have you done any paid advertising for that?
No, none.
That's all you've done that completely organically. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I have about 1,200 Facebook friends. I add everybody that I know to my Facebook page, and that's pretty much where it's all been coming from.
Okay, so you add everybody you know to your profile, but you still got to get them from your profile to like your page.
Yes.
Gotcha. And do you know, and you may not know this exact, but since you changed your strategy, do you know how many more fans you've picked up?
I started at 382, and I'm up to 505 in the last 60 days.
In the last 60 days. And what were you getting from that 382 before sort of changing to this strategy?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Okay.
Absolutely
Very
nothing.
interesting. Very interesting. Now, I'm just going to scroll down and take a look at some of these. So here's a typical one. This is just what you post every day. Do you post on the weekend too?
No, Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. Cool. This one says, due to the amazing results and feedback I'm getting for this, I've been asked to be interviewed. Oh, that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I had 2 people send me a message from doing that. So.
That's awesome. Hey, it's all about just being in a conversation with people.
Exactly.
Because if they're not buying or selling, they probably know somebody who is. So there's another typical, just a typical foreclosure of the day post. Here's something critical and timely information if you or someone you know is even considering a short sale. This is a good one.
Yeah.
The fact that time is running out for the Debt Relief Act.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm purposely trying to find one that I know is in here that that has generated some seller activity because we talked about it at our live mastermind last week. I know it's in here somewhere.
It's probably last week, right around Wednesday, is when I tend to do that one.
Okay, cool. So while I'm still looking for that, this is pretty amazing. A fan just posted on here, looking for condos in Chicago area. Can you help? Yep, I can, right? I mean, that is pretty awesome.
And then what I'll typically do if anybody posts anything like that, I'll say thanks for reaching out, and I'll have a slight conversation with them on the page so other people can see it. And then when it gets a little more in depth, I send them a private message. So.
Yep. Here we go. So here's the post. I have a buyer looking for a home in Palatine, Arlington Heights, Mount Prospect area for a home. Does anyone know somebody looking to sell? And he got 4 comments. Now, one is Donna, his coach, but that's good because it just starts. Once somebody starts talking, then it's easier for other people to start talking. So then you got 2 more. We have friends selling a 3-year-old condo, and then you said shoot me the info, and then we're actually getting ready to sell it. What happened with these 2 leads?
The first one, they have it listed with another agent, so there really wasn't too much I can do. The other one is my cousin, and we are going to be talking about listing her place as well as her buying another one.
Cool. So here's a cool strategy for everybody listening. This is definitely something you can and should do. Now, you definitely want to make sure that you actually have a buyer, okay? You want, don't be deceitful here, but if you're out working, you're working with buyers. You can definitely do this. And the other way you can use this strategy is with your email database. So, taking strategies that work in one media or platform and applying them elsewhere is one of the greatest ways to get better results overall. Something works someplace, it's likely going to work somewhere else. Aaron, do you have an email database? Have you tried sending that out?
I do. Well, I use Constant Contact, and what I actually did, they were able to help me formulate an email that is basically a replication of the squeeze page, almost, that comes in. And when I sent the first foreclosure one out, I did the foreclosure, which I did 3 times. I got 35 additional likes, but I'm sending out to an email database of about 3,500 people.
Okay.
So roughly about 1% of those clicked on there, which is really good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then here's another one. We're looking for a nice size ranch in Libertyville. Anything there for under 150? What did you just personally message them?
Yeah, that was a referral from a client that I just closed on another house that sent her friend to my page.
Awesome.
And I'm working with them now. I sent her a message, private message, and we've been talking, and they're going to be buying a house in September.
So you're obviously getting tremendous results. And so, obviously keep doing what you're doing. A couple of recommendations I might have would be, and I see that you're mixing this in, mixing in a call to action with the post. Maybe not every time, but at least occasionally. I think something that's very powerful is, and again, you can't do this every time, otherwise then it starts to seem hokey. But even if you're the first one commenting, like, oh yeah, I forgot, this one is open for investor bidding or something like that, where you can start a comment, because a lot of times we find personally that one comment will then just spark the activity. Plus, if you let's say you post in the morning and then you come back and comment in the evening, that's people in your fold seeing that in your stream again. So, you can't spend all day on Facebook, but and again, you are doing that a lot. I'm just sort of also reiterating for everybody listening and watching this, just some thoughts. And then I lost my last one. Oh, one thing I wanted to comment on, and this isn't right, wrong, or whatever. It's personal preference, but Aaron's page is all about him. Now, the image over here is not necessarily about him, but the name of his page is all about him, which is smart strategy in the way that he's building his fan base. He's building his fan base completely organically with local people that he's already connected with. What we recommend is, if you're going to build your fan base through ads, which is definitely a way to speed up the process of building a fan base, is you probably want to choose something that's more about the consumer. So Chicago's best foreclosure deals or something like that may work better if you're building it, if you're looking to build it from a paid advertising media. When we talked about this at the Atlanta Mastermind, I had assumed that you had, for 500 fans, that you had some paid advertising in there, and you didn't, which is really, really cool.
Well, and the thing is, I wanted to do that. I was committed at that point to my old page because I already had 300 some odd fans on there.
Right.
So I kind of had to do it this way rather than start a new page. So.
Right, but it's working. It's working.
Yeah, it's working really well.
And again, it'll just keep going at a slow grow. And the interesting thing is, I think now, if you wanted to do, even if it was just $5 a day, if you did paid ads and targeted your local area, which obviously you would do, what's interesting is you now have enough fans that many of the people that see that ad will see somebody that they know that already likes your page. And so even with it saying Aaron Wittenstein, realtor, when they see that there's social proof of people that they know, and not everybody will because Chicago's huge, but you'd be amazed that that whole 6 degrees of separation or whatever it is, the Kevin Bacon thing. You'd be amazed. I mean, 506 people, you leverage that out. That's got a wide reach. So you may want to consider, even if it's just a couple bucks a day, you can do.
Oh, yeah, this next thing on my list.
Yeah, I mean, you can do. I think you can do as low as $1 a day at a budget. We usually recommend $3 to $5 at the very low.
Yeah.
But it furthers, and if nothing else, here's the nice thing is too, you only pay for clicks. And what's interesting is when you're running an ad to a fan page, 2 great things can happen without you even getting a click. Number one, they can click like right in the ad, which does not cost you anything. And number two, they're going to see your name over and over and over and over and over. And so when they think about when they're not tied to a realtor and it comes to that point where they need a realtor, you're like ingrained in their head over and over and over. So I think that would be something that would make sense for you and something worth doing, which it sounds like you're thinking about doing anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's the next thing on my list of stuff to table off. I'm planning on adding it in their product in the next 30 days because I'd like to see what else I can get from this thing. So.
Beautiful. I don't want to keep you, Aaron, because you're busy, partly because of this. Anything else that you'd like to share or tell? Any nuggets or?
Well, I mean, from what I found, I mean, the biggest thing about it is being consistent. I've had a few different people email me that they really, really appreciate the consistency of it. It's coming out every day. They expect it. And it's amazing how many people that I just talk to on a random basis mention this.
Yeah.
I've got a friend I haven't seen in months who said, you must be busy. I see your foreclosures coming up every day.
Yep.
So that was really nice.
And I think, I don't mean to derail you there, but I think 2 reasons why. You're not like hard pitching.
No.
And you're including an image, and everybody loves to look at pictures, especially of real estate. They love doing that.
Yeah. And then actually I have a builder that I know that she works with Toll Brothers. She was asking me if she could post once a week of new construction deal, of the day once a week. So I'm thinking about adding that on there. And it's just playing with it and seeing what works is what I've noticed. And the insights are really helpful. You can see how many impressions you're getting on every one. And I'm checking up on it on a regular basis. And it's fun. It really is. Cool. It's a good time doing this. So.
And I bet an occasional video.
Okay.
A short 1 to 3 minute video, occasionally mixed in, would be great too. Like if once a week you actually do a video tour, the foreclosure video tour of the week for Chicago, and you actually just do a quick walkthrough of one of them. I'm certain that will get people liking and commenting as well, especially if you can be, a little bit entertaining, which I know, Aaron, you can be.
I try.
I think that would be. I think that would be another way to get the most amount possible because, the more likes that you get and the more comments, the more likely it is to go viral and you know, and you bring more total likes to your page. So I don't know that it's certainly not something you can do on a daily basis, but if you did commit to it to doing it once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that, I think it would probably be beneficial. I think you'd see
Definitely.
good stuff happening.
Something I'll add in. Something I'll add in right away. Got to get as much stuff. And I think if people see, like I said, consistently, if they expect every Wednesday you're going to have a video of the day, you just have to do it. And I think that's the most important part about it is the consistency. And it takes a couple weeks to get it going. But once it's like anything, once you start doing it, you'll see results.
Yeah, and your fans are now conditioned to see your foreclosure of the day. And then, like you said, if you then condition them to watch for your video on Wednesday, now you become part of their reality TV, because that's, you know, that's why this works. You create an expectation on them. They're expecting to get it from you. And I bet if you went a week without posting, you would get fans posting on here. Hey, what's up? Where's the foreclosure of the day? And that's what you want. You want people to pay attention to you, you know? Getting mind share is hard, and you've done that through consistent action in a relatively short period of time. I mean, 2 months is not that much. And again, just say your numbers again. You've had one fully closed transaction.
One closing, one almost closed. Closes tomorrow. And then I'm working, I mean, off the top of my head, probably 5 active buyers that I'm working with, and I've had well over 15 to 20 people emailing me.
Great. Which over time we know that, you know, there's an incubation period. People don't, you know, there are some people that are ready to do something immediately, but a lot of people, it takes a lot of back and forth, and then they're finally ready to start looking. You know, there may be their lease is up now, or, you know, it's that time of year to move. They're waiting for their kids to finish out the year of school and so forth. So that's pretty amazing in a relatively short period of time. So,
and like what I was going to say, I mean, the surprising thing about me, a lot of this stuff tends to be more immediate that I've noticed. And also, the one thing people want to be aware of is timing of when you're going to post them. What I've found works really well is I do it between like 7 and 8 o'clock in the morning, either right before people are going to go on to lunch, and if I don't get it in by about 11:45, you wait till 6:30 at night.
That's a great point. So I want to say that again for everybody. Post early, 7, 8 o'clock, or right before lunch, 11:30ish, and if you miss those 2 windows, wait until later. I think there are statistics that show the absolute worst time of day to post to your fan page is 3 o'clock. And that makes sense. I mean, people are like hunkered down, trying to get through the longest part of their workday and so forth. And many people at work can't check on Facebook, but at lunchtime they can pull out their smartphone and start clicking around before they go to work. A lot of people check in. I mean, that's what my wife does. That's part of her morning routine. She gets up, she gets ready, she eats breakfast and checks in on Facebook, you know? So the common, you know, if you just think it through, that makes a lot of sense. But I think some people do it when it's convenient for them, and that's a big mistake. You want to do it when you're going to get activity, you're going to get engagement, and so forth. So that's a really, really important tip. So thank you for clarifying that. Any last words of wisdom for everybody watching this?
Just be consistent and, you know, get the people up there, and it takes time. I mean, it's one thing and get to 505 people. It took me 3 years to get there, and I only started trying over the last couple of months. So add everybody that you know to Facebook. It doesn't matter with it, and just suggest them to like your page. And if you do that, in my opinion, the results will come as long as you're consistent.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one thing that's interesting is we've tried the it seems as though Facebook is recently doing a better job of, and I don't even know how they do it or where exactly it shows up, but I'm getting, when I suggest a page, I'm getting more engagement now than in previous times. So I think maybe they're doing a better job of making that a little bit more prominent to the person that you're suggesting to come check it out. And I'm sure, again, because the people know you that you're suggesting, and they see that this is your page after your name, that's why the strategy and the naming in this case makes a lot of sense.
The one thing I was going to say is I don't suggest is do not send a mass amount of messages to people doing it, because they will block you from messaging. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
So,
Now you can do a few a day, but you don't, you just don't want to overdo that. But certainly a few a day and making them personalized is worthwhile as well. Well, cool, man. I really appreciate you taking 15, 20 minutes to go through this with us. And I'll look forward to seeing how, your results continue to climb. And I'll be checking in to see what you post here, just out of curiosity. So I really appreciate it. I'm sure everybody listening appreciates it as well. And we'll let you get out to, as you said, get your makeup on so you can head out for an appointment.
Yeah, there we go. I got to look pretty for the people. One more thing, if you guys wanted to come by, it's facebook.com/AW Real Estate.
Great. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, facebook.com/AW Real Estate. And Aaron's a great referral partner. If you know anybody looking to buy in Chicago, definitely hook up with Aaron. He'll take great care of them and reciprocate back when possible.
Will do.
All right, thanks, man, and
thanks,
talk
Sean.
soon.
Sure, appreciate it. All right, have a good one, man. We'll talk soon.
All right, bye-bye.